Christian, Arsenal 1, Brighton 0, or Brighton 0, Arsenal 1. Yeah. But perhaps even bigger than that is City dropping points. So all in all, that is almost the perfect storm for Arsenal tonight.
Laurie, mate, if you told me this morning Arsenal are going to take all 3 points and Nottingham Forest are going to take points from City, I'd have said, look, respectfully, exactly. It ain't happening. Yeah. City are taking all 3 points. Hopefully we do our job. But that's a reality. I can't believe it, honestly. Shout out to Murillo, because we put that game on right at the end. He made an incredible block. Would have been 3-2 to City. Would have been a blow to us. But look, they've dropped points now. All we can do is focus on ourselves. But when you look around and other teams are dropping, it obviously helps. So,
especially when it's so unexpected. Because honestly, I did not expect that. I thought City would win and win comfortably. No disrespect to Forest.
No, definitely.
But as soon as I saw that fixture, I thought, yeah, they're going to win. We're going to win.
Yeah.
You know.
But that's one of the games. If you look through City's fixtures, you go, guaranteed win, guaranteed. Do you know what I mean? It was kind of the away games. Maybe obviously away to Chelsea when they got to play us at Etihad. But you thought Nottingham Forest is going to be a nailed on 3 points. But it's also, it has a double meaning because Tottenham fans would have been watching tonight thinking, well, we hope City beat Forest to stop Arsenal and get closer to Arsenal, but also to keep Forest further away from them. But now I think Forest are 1 point behind Spurs. West Ham winning tonight. Spurs fans, you got to worry about yourselves. All this worrying about what City are doing, what Arsenal are doing, other teams, hoping City beat you so they can stop us. Worry about yourselves because you couldn't stop us. You've given us 6 points this season and you've also taken 5 points off Manchester City. So Spurs are in the mud. Yeah, we're now 7 points clear at the top. They could get relegated. It's a fantastic
As I said, it's a perfect storm. But let's talk about Arsenal. I'll be interested to hear your views on the game because, there was a lot being said in the watch-along. Right, so I think it's fair to say that it wasn't our best performance, and we've been saying that now for a couple of games. I think that's fair enough. But I would say that we have to give Brighton some credit because I thought right from the first minute, I thought that they were quite aggressive in the press. They made it difficult for us. Ursula, their manager, he'd said a lot before the game. He'd stoked it up. Yeah. I think what he did was to rally the troops a little bit and to get them going, and I think it worked.
Yeah, look, I'm going to be honest. I could go 2 ways on this. I could do the whole, it's just about the results, that's what matters, we got the 3 points. Or I can actually be honest about the performance. I don't think it was a good performance at all. I think, apart from our defence, which was fantastic, and we can talk about it in a sec, especially Gabriel and Hincapié, the midfield was off it. Rice, that's one of his worst games in an Arsenal shirt for a long time. Zubimendi got hooked, and rightly so, was giving balls away. The attack was kind of non-existent. Saka in the first half had that one where he put it across. Then he had the shot that got deflected in. Apart from that, nothing. Gyökeres wasn't in the game. Havertz came on, was a bit better. And Martinelli and Trossard, they did nothing on the left. So midfield and attack was poor today. I've got to be completely honest. But our defence is what won us that game. We got the goal, and we just defended for our lives. Gabriel, that guy this is the reason he's one of the best centre-backs in the world. You need him for these games. Everything in the air, everything into the channels, cleaned up brilliantly.
Right from the first minute or so.
From the first minute, when David Raya made that mistake a couple of minutes in, and luckily Balabas tried to chip him, he's got back, headed it off the line. Hincapié, this guy, to come in and fill Calafiori's shoes. Calafiori was brilliant, Calafiori was playing in our defence when we weren't conceding goals, we weren't even conceded shots. Hincapié's come in, it's been a bit shaky the last few weeks, but he's been the shining light. And pretty much every single game, Brentford, even Wolves, I know maybe you can blame him for the second goal, but he scored the goal in that game. Tottenham, he was fantastic. I thought against Chelsea, he was one of our brightest sparks as well. He's slowly becoming one of the fans' favourites, and rightly so. So you got to give.
I would put myself in that. I'm a fan, trust me. 100%. I love his attitude. I love his pace. He loves a tackle, and he's quite aggressive. When he's carrying the ball forward, he's looking to... to do stuff.
He's a good player. He's a very, very good player. Very good signing. Look, if I'm completely honest, our defence won us that game. We got the goal. Don't get me wrong. Saka strikes it, takes a deflection, goes in a bit lucky, and then we just defended for our lives. We didn't really create anything else after that. A couple of half openings. Gyökeres, when he could have put that ball to Saka. A couple of times where get the shot off a bit quicker, but we don't. And Brighton had chances. You've got to give credit to David Raya as well. He made that mistake 2 minutes in. But after that, flawless again, a couple of great saves. And like you say, at the moment, it feels like it's not our attack winning us games, it's our defence keeping us in and getting us 3 points. And look, I know the attack is the flashy part of football. That's the part people want to see, right? That's why all attacking players always win the Ballon d'Ors. And they're
the so-called sexy ones.
Exactly. They go for the higher transfer fees. But defences, what did Ferguson say?
Yeah,
attacks win you games and defences win you titles. If our defence wins us his title, if we win every game from now on 1-0 with a deflected goal, but we keep clean sheets, I will take it. Yeah, people are saying 8 games to go. This isn't 8 games. This isn't a title race of 8 games. Yeah, it's 30 games so far this season, but it's 22 years of pain before that. 22 years of not winning a Premier League trophy. We're now 8 games away. Yeah, Man City have dropped points. It's now 7 points, so they got a game in hand. Yeah, if they win that, it'll be 4. But you can afford a slip up now. It's taking pressure off. Rather than being right behind us and all these City fans, I know LV calling out, what's that guy's name? Little Steve and this Kim guy on DR Sports I keep seeing clips of. Like, they need to calm down, man, because they need to do their job. Stop focusing. They talk so much about Arsenal. Do their job. They're dropping points at home against Nottingham Forest with 9 games to go.
Exactly. And I said to you before the game tonight, I said I believe that both teams will drop points. I mean, I'd love to be able to stand here now and say we're going to win all our games. But in all likelihood, both teams will drop points. Now, City have dropped 2 very important points tonight. I think that's very, very favourable to us. Yeah. It's definitely in our own hands. How do you think the manager goes about the rest of the game? When his approach to the players, how do you think he'll play?
That's a big question, man. That's a big question for Arteta, to keep them kind of their heads on the ground rather than thinking about the title and what's to come. Just keep doing what we've been doing most of this season. You know, it's for large parts of this season it has been brilliant. We have been, just seeing Newcastle go 2-1 up against Man United. That is crazy, down to 10 men in the 89th minute. But for large parts of this, that's crazy. For large parts of this season, it's been brilliant. Right, just try and get back to that. Try and find our attacking spark again. Rice needs to find his form. Zubimendi very quickly, because I'm starting to worry a little bit about that guy. But I love him as a player. We know the quality is there. Saka, if he can find even 75-80% of his form, he's going to be an important player for us. The left side needs to pick up their form. And just keep doing what we're doing. It's 8 games for a Premier League title. We're also in the Carabao Cup final. So that's 9 games away from a double. Yeah, let that sink in. 9 games away from a double. 8 Premier League games and a Carabao Cup final. And then maybe more, because the Champions League draw is favourable, maybe to the semi-final, maybe a Barcelona or someone, not getting too far ahead of ourselves. We're fans, we're allowed to talk like this. And then there's a little FA Cup there that we've won the most of in history. So let's keep our feet on the ground, but it's looking good.
Travelling to away games has never been easier, especially with Rocket Mobile.
Unlimited data, unlimited everything in the UK. When you leave the UK, it's 20 gig of roaming data. Life is very easy.
£16 a month, no hassle.
How you doing, man?
You're doing all right? And this is what you get in Europe.
Hello. Tony Ellis!
Thank you so much.
You're the man.